I don't know if you watch TV lately or heard the radio, but about every third ad is from an insurance company. That same sort of proactive insurance advertisement was being used against people that were hurt and perhaps very vulnerable. And in our business, a lot of people think of lawyers as ambulance chasers. But what they don't realize is the real ambulance chasers are often wearing insurance company polo shirts. And we've actually had clients that were signing releases and settling claims in the hospital beds. We had to try to undo those kinds of things where they didn't know what they were doing, because sometimes there's layers of coverage. There's uncertainty at the time of an injury as to how bad it's going to be over time. It's not usually a very good idea to settle the claim quickly. Now, in some instances, if it's just purely a car or a bumper or something like that, there's nothing wrong with it. But with the human body, a lot of problems don't even manifest themselves very much for days and perhaps weeks. Just as an example, brain injuries don't necessarily manifest themselves right away. And oftentimes it's not until days or weeks or months later when life kind of returns to normal, but the person isn't back there, that we don't even see how bad the injuries are. And so to try to counteract some of that stuff, we want to get this information out there, but we also want to make sure that people aren't settling their claims too soon for too little, because it's a real detriment. And a lot of people, one of the major things that surprises clients that come into our office is that they have health insurance. And that health insurance, whether it's Medicare, Medicaid, private pay, something like Wellmark or one of the major health systems that provides coverage, they have what's called subrogation or reimbursement language in those policies. So if you recover from a third party, like another insurance company or the driver that hit someone, you owe money back to your own health insurance. So even though you pay a separate premium for a separate kind of coverage, in that contract, usually there's a provision that allows them to get money back. So let's say you're hurt, you get a quick settlement. It seems like a lot of money given how you know you're going to get better and how this isn't going to bother you. But all of a sudden, you owe back more than what you settled your case for, or at least that's what the argument might be. And you're in a position where you don't have any way to undo it. You don't have any way to go back and get more money to start with to pay off the debt that you've already incurred by settling the claim. And so people can get themselves in a real nasty position. Stop in. We'll tell you the stuff for free. We'll help walk you through the initial process. But on the front end, the biggest mistake people make is settling cases too cheap, too soon, before we even understand what's happened.